What's going on? This is Joe for Incognito, and welcome to Sole Purpose, the home of creators, kicks, and everything in between. This is the podcast where we drink beers, talk fits, and drop actual value for creators in the streetwear and sneaker game and beyond. No fluff, no filters, just real conversations about what works, what doesn't, and why you should just fucking go for it. So let's get stuck in. Today, I'm joined by Torbian Dennis, who is a content creator with over 16,000 followers on Instagram and an all-round good dude. I've known
Likewise.
Torbian. Yeah, you're too kind. I've known Torbian for a few years now, and I think he's the perfect person to get started on this podcast and talk about all things content and kicks. And I'll see if I can get some of his tips and tricks from him as well.
Let's hope I have some to drop.
What's that?
Let's hope I have some.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll find out. It'll come out in the wash. So, Torbian, would you like to give yourself a little introduction, maybe speak about how you kind of got into content creation and kind of where you are now with it?
For sure, yeah. Thanks, Joe. So, as you said, my name's Torbian. I've been in the kind of content creation and fashion game since like early 2021 is when I first got into it. I started out on my fashion journey by like buying and reselling trainers, sneakers, and vintage fashion. So that's kind of what got me into that world. But as I was like buying and reselling, I used to buy like bulk vintage bits like that. But I realized that I enjoyed like modeling it and photographing it more than the rest of the selling process. So I really enjoyed like styling the pieces to get the like product photos. I enjoyed like putting the outfits together. I enjoyed that part of it more than reselling. So I ended up sort of moving away from that quite quickly and focusing more on the like fashion, the fits, the I guess just the process behind it rather than just selling. And focus on content, and here I am.
Found a passion in
for sure, yeah.
That. Sweet, man. Listen, I've been very rude here. We've got some beers and we haven't opened them, so should we
let's bang open. Let's crack them open.
I'll do yours first.
Can you do the whole teeth thing or no?
Good God, no. That's it's bad for your teeth.
They do say that. My girlfriend did it.
I've got a little. I don't know if the camera can see this actually, but I've got a little Supreme.
Oh, sick.
Bottle opener there.
Of course it's Supreme. Of course it's Supreme.
What else would it be?
Literally.
What else would it be?
Yeah, my girlfriend did it in the park the other day, and I was like, as worried as I was attracted to her. Like it was sort of like. I was like, wow, that's really fit, but also, what the hell are you doing to your teeth?
Yeah.
Like, she did it twice, and I was like, don't do it a third time, because all things come in threes, and I don't know if, I was worried. I was like, two is plenty. But it was pretty cool. I was impressed.
Yeah, no.
Cheers.
Cheers, Macca. Nice one. Good to have you on here.
Good to be here.
Yeah, man, I can't do that. I'm not a dentist at all, but I've just heard it's like really bad for your teeth.
Yeah, no, like I do it wrong. I'd mess it up straight away.
Yeah. So hence the bottle opener thing.
Prepared.
Mate, always prepared. Cool. So let's get like a bit nerdy about fits. Like,
let's
immediately.
do it.
We're gonna have a look at what we're wearing right now. So let's give you a full fit breakdown, or I should say, give us a full fit breakdown.
I'll do it. So I'll start from the bottom. I mean, I don't know if we can. Ironically, I've come to a sneaker podcast not wearing sneakers.
That's
Can
cool,
you see
man.
that?
Very nice.
Is that in the shot? Fantastic. Right, so yeah, I started from the ground up. I've got a pair of boat shoes. I feel like sneakers are in an interesting place, which I think we'll touch on more later on in the podcast, but I'm enjoying elevating simple fits with like more formal footwear, because I think like it can do so much. I feel like trousers and footwear are the most important part of an outfit almost. So I've been enjoying kind of trying something a little bit different and going a bit more formal, especially now that it's summer, kind of getting a bit more dressy with it. So start with those. Also, forgot to mention, classic Incognito socks. It had to be done.
Come on. Best socks in the game, trust me.
Genuinely comfiest socks. I wore them snowboarding like a couple of winters ago, and honestly, they're like sports socks. They're thick, they're comfy, they're warm, they're perfect. Like, wear them to the streets all the way to the slopes. They're literally perfect. So I'm not just saying that. I'm not just saying that. That is tagline. Put that somewhere. But yeah, so comfy socks. And then trousers, wearing a pair of like carpenter pants. They're from Urban Outfitters. Funny enough, they're 5 sizes too small for me.
Size 20?
No, they're size 27 waist. I'm normally size 32.
Okay, right.
And I was in Urban going through the sale rack and I saw them and I was like, these are fucking sick. I've been looking for a pair like this for like months. I bought them in the autumn. I've been looking for a pair for ages. And I was like, fuck, like these are perfect, but they're way too small for me. And then I like held them up and I was like, there's no way they're a 27 waist. Like they look my size. And I went to check at the desk. I was like, oh, do you have any more of these? And they were like, no, they're the last pair left in the company. And I was like, oh, well, like I may as well try them on because they look quite big. So I tried them on and I guess they put the wrong like size tag on them or something. So I tried them on, they fit me perfectly. They're like my best fitting trousers. They're literally perfect. Being size 5's too small, 5 sizes too small. So yeah, I guess they put the wrong tag on there, which is obviously why no one bought them, because people who were as size 27 waist tried them on were like, these are fucking huge.
Yeah, these are massive.
So yeah, ended up with those. Love them. They got a Scuffers jumper on. I'm loving the like European fashion at the moment. I think it's a bit more elevated. I think like a lot of Spanish brands are doing quite well. For Italian brands, and Scuffers, I don't know, are they Barcelona based, Madrid based? I'm not sure, but they're a Spanish brand, European, and I like the vibe of it. And then I got some jewellery, got some of my grandma's rings from back when she was kicking about.
Love that.
I think this one's her wedding ring. And then the hat I picked up for like £5 from a charity shop.
No, really?
Yeah, it, like
That's actually really
5
cool.
or 10, like just like a charity shop fine. It had some weird like, I don't know if you can see, but it had some weird like Korean war veteran branding on it, which obviously I wasn't there in the Korean War, so clearly. So I tried to get rid of it with acetone, but it didn't really work. So it just looks a bit like faded now.
Yeah. Did you add the badges?
I added the badges, yeah.
Yeah,
So
nice.
This one I got from a like drinks festival. This one's from Night Vintage in Cardiff.
Shout
and
out
this one
Night.
shout out, absolute legend. And then this one I think I think it came with my first suit that I ever had. I worked for mate's prom, and I think it had the little dragonfly badge on it. So yeah,
Chuck it on.
that's
Why
the
not?
fit.
Love it, man.
How about you?
Absolutely love it. Yeah, well, I'm assuming this should line up, hopefully. We've got the Travis Scott.
That's better than what I did. I don't know why I did the whole ballerina thing. That's a lot
no,
cleverer.
to be fair, like it loose laced in it.
Yeah,
it's
fair.
very
Mine are
easily
not.
Slipped off. But these are the Nike Travis Scott Zoom Field Jacks, and I've just chucked some pink laces in there to give them that classic Travis
They
Scott.
look sick.
They're very, very comfortable. Which is
I can
nice.
imagine.
Yeah.
Nah, they're a
I have
sick
to do
shoe.
the ballerina thing now though, because I'm gonna have to show my socks, which are also.
Hey!
That's not gonna be very elegant, is it, on the old camera? But that's fine.
Well, there we go.
Incognito socks, best socks in the world, as I say. On my legs, I have Route 1 super baggy denim shorts, basically.
Classic.
Really, really like perfect for like the baggy jorts kind of vibe that everyone seems to be going for at the minute.
No, I rate them. They fit you nice.
Yeah, no, they're good to be fair, and Route 1 very kindly gifted them to me, so
Okay.
we'll take that.
Little flex.
Well, you know. T-shirt, Incognito clothing T-shirt. It's made to commemorate. Was it 10? Yeah, 10 years of. If you're reading this, it's too late. So it says if you're reading this, it's Incognito. So just like a bootleg kind of tee. Jewelry I've got a ring, bracelet, necklace from Twisted Pendant. This ring is also from my grandma.
There you go.
So that's
Representing.
something. And a fossil watch as well. Nice little green face on there. So yeah, can't really go wrong with that. And a ALD cap.
Classic.
Which I can't seem to take off my head.
I don't remember ever seeing you without that hat on. I think you were born with it.
I think I was, man.
I don't think the last 2 or 3 times I've seen you, you've always had that on. But it suits you, mate. It suits you. It's a good hat.
I do have a hat rotation, but this one just when I'm doing something special does tend to come out. So,
It's like the pie chart meme, but that hat is most of the pie chart.
Yeah.
In the rotation.
yeah. It's like I may occasionally wear like
Yeah.
other caps, but yeah, slamming, man. I'm going to start this podcast off with a question for you, which we'll loop back to at the end. So, in one word, what was the key to your success so far? And like I say, we'll touch back on it at the end. But
This is going to sound stupid, but I think it's ignorance.
okay, yeah.
And that's all I'm going to say.
Oh yeah, I was
That's all
going
I'm
to
gonna
say, don't give any more away. That's cool. Okay, sweet. Ignorance. So stay tuned to find out why ignorance made Torbian so popular. Cool. So we kind of spoken already about how you got into content creation. I want to ask you, what was your first or most recent video, if it's easier, that really you felt like did something for you, or like achieved something, or got you something?
It's a good question. I think to be fair, answering what the first one is probably easy, because I think it's memorable. I think with the more recent ones, it's kind of blurrier. But I think the first 2 videos that did something for me. One was a sneaker rotation video. It was just some dunks on a shelf rotating.
I remember that, actually.
Yeah,
I think I remember that.
to the sound of like the Apple Pay, like ding,
yeah,
ding,
yeah.
ding, ding.
Yeah.
And that was my first viral video. It got, what's it say now, like 3-point-something million views. Thank you.
Very nice,
It's the first
very
viral video I got. I don't know why I didn't make more like that. It did so well. I only did like I only tried it 2 or 3 more times. I should have just rinsed that when I saw it was going well. Anyway, that's what we'll talk about later on in the thing. But yeah, so I think that was my first viral video, so it's obviously memorable. And then not long after that, I got my second viral video, which is now at like 4 million views. And what was noteworthy about them both is that they were reels, but they were made using just photos. Like it wasn't any video content. The rotation one is just like 5 or 6 pictures of like some trainers in the same place on a shelf, and then the one that got 4 million was 3 or 4 different outfits kind of popping on the screen in a pattern to a song. It was like what's it called? What's that song called? Bronco Boys? No, not Backstreet Boys. I don't know. Anyway, no, I don't know. So someone will know. Singing is not my thing, clearly.
I liked it.
Thanks. But yeah, so I think what both those showed me is that you can get viral by focusing purely on photography. Like you don't have to be a videographer to get viral videos, and I think that sort of was a big moment for me. I was like, oh no, I can like just take photos, which is what I typically prefer doing, and still get views.
Quick one, super quickly on that. Do you ever use like CapCut edits? You know, like the templates?
What, the templates?
Yeah.
No, not once.
I don't really.
I really should, because I think it'll make it so much easier for me. I'm just stubborn like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I use ChatGPT for stuff, so I guess using a CapCut is like using a template. It's a lot like less cheaty than that. So maybe I should, but no, not really, not really.
Okay, fair enough. What do you use ChatGPT for?
A lot of like captions or like inspiration for stuff, like content ideas. Like if I'm trying to think of like, if I have a few days in mind, I'm not quite sure what, I'll give it some like inspo, then I'll ask it to like generate like some like ideas or like specific posts in like a certain niche.
Yeah.
That's the main thing, or just like a couple like graphics, maybe like images. I don't use it much, but just to help kind of like create an idea, you know.
Yeah.
Do you use it?
I do use it. It's like for legwork. Do you know what I mean? Like stuff that you.
I thought you were gonna say Lego.
Yeah.
For legwork.
Yeah, for legwork. So like you say, captions. If I'm posting like the same shoe or like t-shirt, whatever it is, again, I'll say this was my caption last time. Say different, please.
For sure.
And I will edit it, but it just saves me typing the whole time, which I know sounds like a first world problem having to type something, but
well,
it takes time, bro. It takes time.
No, I get you.
And it's a bit of a time-consuming process, as you know.
For sure.
I was really interested in what you said a second ago about your current style and like elevating fits with like the more kind of smarter attire, which I know we've spoken about a little bit before in conversations previous to this one. What is it that kind of drew you towards that, away from like sneakers and like the more kind of streety kind of side of things?
It's a good question. I think, I don't know if it's because I'm growing up. I don't know if it's because I'm getting like old and boring. I don't know what it is.
How old are you?
23. So I mean, growing up, I was like, you know, it's everyone's at a different point in life, right? Like, I could have grown up from 10 to 15 and felt like I grew up, you know?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, absolutely. Sorry. Yeah.
No, of course. I think part of it is that I've matured a little bit, but I think fashion in general has moved away from sneakers a little bit. I think like we're in a very like old money sort of vintage inspired era right now.
Yeah, no doubt.
So I think things like loafers, boat shoes, boots, things like that fit into that vibe more. Obviously, I know that a lot of like sneakers, like Jordans, Dunks, like Sambas, they're a retro style shoe, but I think they don't have the same old money feel to them as a pair of loafers does.
And like Birks and stuff like that as well.
Yeah, it's true. But Bostons I wear a lot of as well. Yeah.
I've got a pair of Birk Bostons on the way.
So, have you?
Yeah.
What colour?
Like a sandy kind of stone
taupe
beige.
Is that what they're called?
Possibly.
They're like classic colour.
Yeah.
Same. I've got the same ones. That mate, so good. Very good purchase.
They're comfy.
Not for about 3 weeks.
Okay.
But after 3 weeks of the comfiest thing you can wear.
Okay, yeah, break-in period.
Yeah, once the way they describe it is like the footbed is like really slow molding memory foam.
Yeah.
Like it'll take like a month for it to mold, but once it does,
it's like the best.
Your foot fits in perfectly. So yeah, just kind of stick with it. But good purchase. But yeah, I feel like that's sort of one of the reasons I've moved away. Just kind of, it's more elegant. I feel like it's more timeless. And I like dressing down a smart shoe.
Yeah, I get you.
Like I'm doing now with some carpenters.
Yeah, very nice, mate. Love that. Yeah, it makes total sense, and it certainly gives a more like mature feel, no doubt.
For sure.
When you started content creation, what did you suck at the beginning that you didn't even really realize you've like kind of nailed now?
So the answer I'm going to give is a bit rogue because I don't think I've nailed it, but I think I'm getting better at it.
I'll take that.
When I first started out, I didn't like putting A, my face on camera, and B, my voice or me speaking on camera.
Yeah.
I fucking hated it.
Yeah, I feel like that's the two biggest things that any content
I
creator.
think so,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Like when I started, I'd do like outfit reels and I'd shoot from like my waist down, and I wouldn't show my face. Or if I took a photo, I'd do it like this, or like block the camera, or like wear a hat, or it was during COVID time, so I put a face mask on or whatever. So showing my face, I'm obviously. Hello, everyone.
I know, yeah. We're here now.
We're here now, you know.
Look at us now.
Obviously happy doing that, and like all of my shots now show my face. But I think the speaking one, I've been struggling with a lot recently, and I think obviously I'm on a podcast right now talking, so I've gained confidence in that. But bit of a, like, not trauma dump, but a bit of a background to me. I grew up bilingual. Mum's German, dad's English, so I got to speak in both. And in some cases, kids growing up bilingual start stuttering. And I stuttered loads growing up. Like, I had speech therapy, it's crazy. Yeah. So, like, I've liked my voice, but I've not liked my speech pattern, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And obviously now I'm fine. Like, I'll stutter occasionally, like, you might notice it throughout the conversation, but, like, it's not anything, like, crazy. Like, I'm not more fluid now. But I think I've still got that in my head that, like, I'm not good at speaking.
Oh, okay.
And I've sort of accepted that I'm not going to be, like, a, like, kid's narrator for, like, a book or something. Like, I'm not going to read the next Harry Potter, you know? But yeah, so that's something I'm getting better at. And funnily enough, I got interviewed by the BBC on Friday. And I think it went quite well. Obviously that was like to camera voice as well. And that went well. So I think that's like a big confidence boost and a big step in me like talking on camera. It might come out and it might be shit. I might just like mess up and just sit there like But when it comes out, we'll see how it goes. But I think like the fact that I did that and felt confident doing that shows that I have improved in that area.
Yeah, 100%, man. I've never noticed you have a stutter, to be honest, bro. So
I appreciate that.
Makes you,
no, it does.
I would fucking tell you if I had noticed, but I genuinely haven't.
Well, there you go. Thank you. I appreciate that.
So that's you know, if that makes you feel any better, hopefully it does.
Good confidence boost.
Quick one. What's the interview for, if you don't mind me asking?
So it's an article they're writing about replica products, like fake products being resold as vintage in a second hand. So obviously because I started my journey through like reselling products, I ended up coming across quite a few fake sneakers that I bought second hand. So he interviewed me, he interviewed Night Vintage, and then some other, I forget who else he interviewed. But yeah, it's an article he's writing about that, just kind of build awareness about it, see like what I think could be done to change and to improve that, and just how it felt receiving a pair of trainers that I thought were real when they weren't, you know? Yeah. I mean, is that something you've experienced? I know you buy a lot of footwear.
Yeah, for sure. One of the biggest gripes I have, I'm going to have it out with Vinted right fucking now, to be fair. Vinted, right? Whenever I go on there, I'm looking for a pair of shoes, and I can see like the most clear fake fucking shit on there, and I'm like, that's clearly fake. And then I upload stuff that's fucking real, and they're like, oh, I'm sorry, no, that's not real.
Really?
Like, yeah, I swear to God, bro. I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
is it a price point thing? Do they only care if it's like past a certain price?
Maybe, but like when I upload, it's like, oh, we're gonna put it through some tests. We're gonna just check that it's real. I'm like, maybe
it's because they know you're a big dog. They're like, Joe again, he's back.
He's just trying to bring the big dog down.
Hide your shoes.
Yeah, so don't know what's going on at Vinted, but everyone else seems to be selling fakes, but I upload real ones and they call me fake, but whatever. Yeah, I've definitely had. I remember I got a pair of Yeezy 350s V2s, the triple black pair. Back in like 2018, whenever they dropped, and yeah, bought them on Depop. They came, they were so like lifelike, it was nuts.
What, they looked
real,
legit.
bro.
Yeah,
but then, so I had them, didn't really wear them that much, tried to sell them on Depop again, and the kid who was going to buy them off me was like, I've just put these through a
right, check or something.
An authenticity check, and they're fake. And I was like, oh, I didn't know. Like, I bought these on Depop myself. But luckily, I was within like a certain amount of days. It was like 200 and something days with PayPal, where they were
Is
like,
it that many days?
Bro, it's fucking nuts. Yeah, it was like
That's
it was a
crazy.
long time after I bought them, and I was like, I sent them back to him, and I got my money back.
Wow, banging.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
lucky,
yeah, I know. So yeah, I've definitely experienced that, no doubt. Cool. One of the quite a big question, really, and I think something that people might find quite insightful and valuable is if you were to go back to the start of your content career now, you know, knowing everything that you know, what is like one of the main things that you would change? Do you know what I mean? Like, if you could give yourself advice when you first started, what would you say to yourself?
It's a classic question, isn't it? I feel like
It's a classic
everyone gets asked this.
Yeah.
And weirdly, I've not really prepared for it. Like, I've been asked this before, and I've never really had a like concrete answer. I think potentially caring less. I think, like we mentioned a second ago, the whole like hiding my face thing, all that. Like, what was I worried about? Because I'm showing it now, so why was I worried about it then? And like, it's not like I like had bad acne now and don't like nothing's like my face. I still have the same face, you know. So like, I don't know why I cared about that so much. So I think just don't care as much. Like, just be more natural and be more chill with it. Because I don't think like who's gonna care really. Like, I know that when I started, I didn't tell my friends about what I was doing for the first few like weeks or months. I was worried they'd judge me, and it's weird because I always feel like it's your best friends or your closest friends and family that you think are going to judge you the most, and ironically they're the ones that do end up judging you the most. So if you need to hide it from your friends and family for a little bit until you feel confident, do that, because I did that and it helped me. But yeah, I think outside of that, just don't care. Just go for it. Just like do what you want to do. If you want to shoot a full body picture in your face, do it. If you want to like speak to the camera, do it.
I completely agree, bro, to be honest with you. You touched on something I was going to bring up later on as well. I was asked this the other day, if I could go back, you know, what would I do? And I literally said the exact same thing. I was like, just give less of a fuck, basically. You know, people
put it very eloquently. Well done.
Yeah, well,
I feel like I sort of pushed it around that a little bit. You said it as it is.
Well, I just think like, you know, fuck them. Do you know what I mean? Like, I again, this was something I was going to bring up a little bit later on. It's like there's obviously in the UK, especially like this kind of self-deprecation kind of culture where like it's not cool to try and do something, and like, you know, one of the things I think about all the time is that the people who like judge you, the people who are doing fuck all. Do you know what I mean? They're not doing anything. And if
it's jealousy, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure. It's completely jealousy, and if they want to like try and bring you down just because they're not doing anything, that's completely on them. And like, fuck them. You're going to be judged either way.
Exactly.
So like, why not do something that makes you happy or like what you want to do and can get you the things that you want? Do you know what I mean? So we've kind of organically come onto it, but I do just think like, literally fuck them. Like, who gives a fuck what other people think? Like, I sometimes like I film some content, I'm like, I'm not really 100% sure, I don't look the best here, but like, fuck it, whatever, just whack it up. And like, these things do compound, and you know, you kind of still get to where you want to go, and literally, who gives a fuck what anyone else thinks?
For sure.
Because like, we're going to be dead one day. Do you know what I mean? Like this, I know.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Gone deep as fuck.
Yeah, Jesus
quite
Christ.
quickly, but we are going to be fucking dead, bro. So like, why not just fucking go for it? Like, I know so many people who like, I've encouraged to start doing their own content in whatever it is that they're doing, whether it be like sports or what. And I'm like, just post it. And they're like, oh, I don't like the sound of my voice, like you say. And it's like, yeah, but who fucking cares? Do you know what I mean? Like, people aren't really listening to your voice, listen to what you're saying. And also, like, just like, what are you worried about? What are you actually worried about?
Literally,
well, someone's going to go, oh, you know, Joe's posted something.
I mean, like, TikTok can be a brutal place.
I find
like, Instagram comment section. No, well, yeah, I was gonna say Instagram comment sections are outrageous. Like, honestly, so like, I get why people are scared, but also like, how do I put this into words? I feel like if you get to a point where you get hated on by strangers in the comment section, you're doing something right.
Yeah.
Because if you start getting hate, it means you're gaining attention, you're doing the right thing. So I think almost strive for that, right?
100%, bro. Honestly.
So like, that's what everyone's goal should be, is to get hated upon.
I try and piss people off as much as I can.
Yeah.
Really, like within reason. Obviously, I'm not like just being a dick, but like one of the things.
Surprising.
One of the things that I do as often as possible is like, I definitely say sneakers all the time. A, because I kind of say it anyway. You know?
Yeah, same.
And B, because people in the comments will go, it's trainers, it's not sneakers.
The British hate when you say sneakers. It's so funny.
But then they're commenting, and then that helps my algorithm.
Engagement,
and
yeah.
then I got a million views, and I'm like, fucking unlucky, son. So yeah, I want people to comment shit.
Exactly.
Because again, a lot of the time the algorithm will reward that. So I'm like, if I can annoy people, great. One thing, you can just get something slightly wrong. Like, don't come across like an idiot, but like, if you get something slightly wrong, so people go, oh, actually, it's this.
You'll get all the like nitpicking people, like the like pedantic ones, getting all like up in your grill about it.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's what you want.
That's exactly what you want. It's exactly what you want. Speaking of like, you know, getting hate online and stuff, what's one of the hardest things about being a content creator for you?
Good one. I think. Well, so there's different sorts of content creators, but I think for me and the way I do my content, it's that it gets quite lonely. I think like I said, it depends how you do it. There's different types of content creators, but a lot of my content I shoot by myself on my phone using a tripod and a timer. So it's just me, myself, and I shooting content. And especially if it's just for yourself, if it's not even a brand deal, if you're literally just shooting something because you want to share an outfit or because you have to make the content because you want to post regularly or whatever it is, it can get quite lonely because like obviously you've got people in your comments saying, yeah, well done, but like you lack that physical interaction. And I started out creating content back when I lived down in Cornwall, and there was like no one in our niche down there. There's not even anyone in any niche down there. It's just Cornwall, like people just surf, which is great, but like it's not a like very creative social media like forward thinking area. So yeah, I felt it was most lonely, and I think that's one of the reasons why I moved to Cardiff is to do things like what we're doing now. Like this is like 2023 me would be so stoked that we're here right now, especially because like I've worked with you even before I moved to Cardiff, right? Like I shot some stuff for you back when I lived back home in Cornwall. So I think like it's things like this that make this job as fun as it is.
100%.
And I think people miss that, and like it's not always as easy to do things like what we're doing.
No.
So yeah, sure. I think that's probably the biggest thing I struggle with.
That's very fair, bro. For context, for those listening, my clothing brand Incognito, I kind of first interacted with you by gifting you must have been a t-shirt or something.
Yeah, it was a grey long sleeve, I think.
Yeah, the grey, I remember now. Yeah, that was when I first rebranded as Incognito.
Yes.
That's kind of how we met through a Veste Apparel, who I don't know if they're still going.
I don't know. I've not heard from them in about 2 years.
They seem to be doing other stuff. Podcasts, actually. I think.
Are they?
One of them, I think Josh, I want to say.
Potentially.
Maybe not Josh.
I was on one of their podcasts, but they never released it.
Oh, really?
It was before we moved to Cardiff. It was done like via Zoom, and they just never released it.
That's a shame.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Oh, weird.
But yeah, that's how we first met.
What they were doing was really cool, to be fair. I'm a bit upset that, or gutted that they're not kind of...
Yeah, it was sort of like, context, again, from my side, it was kind of like ASOS, but for like independent UK-based brands. So it'd be like one like online shop you could go to, and they'd sell brands from all across the country, and you could sort of pick and choose. Yeah, streetwear brands, like mainly men's stuff currently when they first started out. It was a great idea, but I don't know if they just didn't... I don't really know what went wrong, but... But yeah, so I was a content creator for them. I worked with the food brands that they stocked, and then you were one of the brands that they stocked. Yeah, and that's how we met. So thanks to Veste, I guess. Thanks, Josh.
Yeah, big up Veste. Come back, please come back. Cool, man. So, gonna talk about some style choices now. As a content creator or as just Torbian, where do you look for style inspo? Is it just IG, or do you have other platforms? So I think the general public is quite a big style thing for me. Like I like to people watch quite a lot. I think everyone people watches, right? Like we're all nosy, aren't we? Being honest, yeah, everyone people watches. So I just like to walk around town on my lunch break, sit in the sun, or whatever, just watch what people are wearing. Thank you very much, mate. You're very welcome.
Keep me stocked up. So I think the general public is quite a big inspiration to me. I think even movies and TV shows, I think especially like we were saying earlier with how vintage inspired fashion currently is. I remember I was watching an episode of Friends, and I think it was Joey was wearing an outfit, and I was like, that goes fucking hard.
Yeah, it's cold.
I think he had light kind of grey wash pair of jeans on, and like navy jumper, kind of like what I'm wearing now. And I never really thought of combining light wash grey and navy, and I was like, that goes really hard. I tried it on, I was like, yo, I fuck with this. So even things like that, like just pop culture, general public. Obviously, I think Instagram is the main one. I think when you're walking around town, especially in Cardiff, you don't necessarily see crazy inspiring outfits. So I think if you're looking for more high-end fashion or more rogue fashion choices, Instagram is obviously the place to get inspiration from.
All the London heads in it as well.
Yeah, London, Manchester, that sort of vibe.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's the main place I get inspo from.
Yeah, same really, bro, to be honest. One of the things I really like about your sense of style and your sense of fashion is what you're doing at the minute. Like we said about the elevating the fits with like the smarter stuff. I'm trying to do a bit of that at the minute. As
I remember, we went to a fashion show a few weeks ago, and I was trying to give you some pointers.
Yeah, I wore my first knit.
I know, mate, it looked sick, bro.
It looked cool, bro. Yeah, I wish I didn't have to wear the jacket on top of it, but it was fucking Baltic.
Yeah, it was cold day.
But yeah, I do still love that knit. It's from Zara, but it slapped. I can't lie.
Zora's got some good pieces.
They do, man. I've just ordered a bunch of like short sleeve shirts from there, and like some are like knit.
Okay,
some
go
like
on.
little flowers, and I'll show you after.
Yeah, no, that sounds sick.
But yeah, I really rate your sense of style and stuff like that. And even on a personal level, I'd like to know the answer to this question. What kind of rookie mistakes do you see people make when they're trying to do what you're doing in terms of like elevating their fits, the smarter, more kind of like old money-ish kind of side of things?
Yeah, it's a good question. I think like
with your shoes as well,
Yeah, I think if it comes to like combining like sneakers and more smart wear, because like I was saying earlier, you can elevate a fit by putting on some smarter shoes, but you can also dress up some like more casual like trainers, sneakers with a more elevated outfit.
Yeah.
There's a bit of a controversial take. And I know some people do this and it looks really good, but I never combine a tie with sneakers.
Yeah.
I think if I'm wearing a tie, it's for a formal event. I'll whack on some boat shoes, maybe some Birkenstocks like Boston's might work, some loafers, something smarter like some boots, whatever. Because I think it can look a bit like, the sort of vibe where it's like you go to your first prom and like you borrow your dad's suit, put on a tie, then whack on some Converse because that's all you've got. It can, if done wrong, it can end up looking like that. So I set myself a rule when I first started combining like suits and trainers and like more smart attire with sneakers. My rule was if I'm wearing a tie, put the trainers away.
Okay.
So I think that's the first thing that I'd say is, again, it's down to preference, and some people can do it right, especially like on Instagram. But I think in general, especially if you don't want to, sorry,
that's okay.
If you don't want to be judged too much. If you've got a tie on, don't put on the trainers.
That's fair. I'll tell you what, I do agree with you.
Yeah.
There is one thing I've always had in my head, which I've never tried, but I do think would work. Do you know the off-white Jordan 2s, the black pair?
Yes,
with
the blue.
You got it. You got it. So I've got it in my head.
Like cracked sole, yeah?
Yeah. So in my head, maybe like for my wedding day or something, I want to wear a black suit with them. And I only say that because Jordan 2s look like kind of like smart shoes anyway, with like the on the toe box, the way they kind of go.
They look a bit like a loafer, yeah.
Yeah, they kind of look a bit like I don't know what the word is really, but they look a bit like a smart shoe.
Like a moccasin? What is a moccasin? I don't know what that means, but it sounds the right word to use.
I don't know, man. But I've kind of got that in my head.
No, I agree. I think that could work.
Possibly.
I reckon it could. I think. I mean, like, I guess like the Samba had its moment where that was the people dressing that up a lot.
Yeah.
And I think like the Samba's got a similar shape to the John 2 referencing, so it could work. I also think, I'm gonna hate myself. Like I've always planned this as like my wedding day shoe. It's a Nike shoe, but it's in collaboration with, I want to say like a K-pop artist. But it's like a dress shoe. He's got an Air Force One, and when it creases, the paint falls off. Sorry, the like outing falls off, and it reveals paint underneath.
I don't know.
But I can't like.
I don't know.
Piece minus one.
I'm not familiar.
I'm gonna Google it.
Google it. Get it up. We'll put it on the screen.
Is it a piece minus one?
I know the Clot Superstars, which are kind of like look like smart shoes. Kind of similar vein.
That works as well.
I wonder if they would kind of work, but not familiar with the Nike ones.
Is my signal gonna load? Because, okay, we're cooking. Is it a piece minus one? No, it's not. Oh, I'm gonna hate myself. Oh no, I found them. Yeah. I knew it started with a K. They're called the Quando Nike collab. They're these. I'll show the camera now.
Oh yeah.
So they're like okay, that's quite a good image. So they're like a dress shoe with a swoosh on. They've got kind of more of a sneakery sole.
Yeah, I remember them.
They come in like all white. There's like a black. I think in my head the all white ones, if it's gonna load, were the ones that I was gonna wear to my wedding day. Like cream suit, white shirt, white like Quando. I think that's what they're called. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember them on the sneakers app.
I don't know if you can see that. So yeah, I feel like that could work as well, but it's like a hybrid. But yeah. Good thing to touch on the whole the Jordan 2 conversation, because they're inspired by a smart shoe anyway, aren't they? I think as a silhouette, if I'm not mistaken.
Possibly, bro. That rings a bell. I can't lie, but I can't 100% confirm it off the top of my head. Yeah, I feel like they had that vibe in mind, and I've always thought whenever I've seen a Jordan 2, I've thought it looks like an Oxford almost, or like a
like a brogue type vibe, right? Like, yeah. You know, the holes. Yeah. What is that for?
I just don't know, really. But I've always thought they look like that. So I thought like the triple black leather, you know, or like especially like black leather.
Yeah.
Like
nice baggy pair of suit trousers, like slacks, fully nice still.
Yeah.
No, that would look sick.
Maybe like a blue tie.
I was gonna say blue tie, yeah.
So
like bow tie with some flowers or something. That would look sick.
So you've
got your wedding fit. I've got my wedding fit planned. We're ready.
We're ready. Yeah.
I'll invite you to mine and vice versa.
Yes,
and then we can get photos of each other next to each other.
Yeah, 100%.
Let's do it.
100%. We'll do that. Cool. So stay tuned for those pictures.
Yeah, in like 7 years' time. Well, I mean, I'm not sure where you're at, but we'll see how it goes.
We'll see. Yeah, so we'll stay tuned for them. I wanted to ask you as well. Do you have any kind of underrated brands or shoes you feel like people are sleeping on at the minute, or kind of going under the radar, or deserve more limelight?
It's a good question. So about 4 months ago, I'd probably 3 months ago, I probably said a local space.
Yeah.
But I feel like they've gotten pretty mainstream now since then. Like I remember, I only have one piece from them. It's like I think they're like first release like blue, like what they call it, the merch cap, like local space cap.
Yeah.
I remember I saw it and it was sold out, and I was like, I literally signed up to the drop straight away, and I was like waiting, and then it came back. I bought it and sold out like 5 minutes after I bought it. I was so stoked to get one. But they're pretty mainstream now. Like I said, like on the way here, I was watching some videos from the Soul Supplier, and like everyone was like wearing their beanies, their caps.
Broken through massively.
They really have. Obviously, like they've got backing from a lot of the like Manchester Massive.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think they're a brand that I would have said, but like I said, not anymore. I don't really in that category, I don't think.
I do think they're kind of underground enough.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
like my missus wouldn't know.
No,
that. Sure.
So yeah,
like,
no, that's fair. Like
kind of how
they're not like Zara.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess like we're very much into the community, aren't we? So like
so like for us, it's like local space, obviously.
I forget sometimes how like ingrained the culture is in me. Like I'm so in it. So yeah, no, you're right. Like they are still underground. So let's say local space.
Okay, yeah.
I want them to drop fucking clothing.
Yeah.
Like they've dropped, I think like a tracksuit and potentially some bags. But like their style is so sick. I want them to drop. It's clean, but it's tasteful. It's eclectic. It's such a good mix of things. I wish I brought the hat with me to show it off.
You got it with you now?
No, I wish I had.
I thought you said you had. Sorry.
No, I was saying I wish I had.
Yeah, no, I still need to because I want to. Try it on. I've got a massive head.
I should have brought it with me. Fuck.
Never mind.
I wish they dropped some like. I feel like they'd make some sick jeans, some more like elevated, like more like old money style things. I imagine they make like quite a cool blazer potentially, like some cool jackets, some nice like jorts for the summer maybe would be cool. But we'll see how it goes with them. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, that's my answer.
Nice, mate. Very nice.
Have you got any?
Incognito clothing.
Of course.
Massively underrated streetwear brand.
The most underrated.
The most underrated. Let's have a think. Underrated brands or shoes. I mean, not like that super like springs to mind. The main, a few kind of just off the top of my head. A few pairs of shoes, for example, like the New Balance Protection Pack Browns, the size exclusive ones. I have no idea why they're sitting. I think they're beautiful, and I just don't know why people aren't like snapping them up.
Sneakers are sitting a lot recently.
Facts, bro. Especially with like Nike and Jordan sneakers, they've gotten better because they've stopped releasing so much stock. I say gotten better, gotten worse for me because I can't fucking buy them anymore. It used to be a case of you could just get whatever the fuck you wanted, like this time last year. And, all of 2024 really, you could just get whatever the fuck you wanted. But now you can't get fucking squat.
What do you think about that? What do you think about that? Like,
I'm in a weird place with it, bro, because I get that, but potentially it's better for like the culture and the hype surrounding it. But for me, as someone who just likes the trainers, I kind of wish I could just get them. Do you know what I mean? Like I couldn't get the Chicago Union ones, the recent colorway, the Chicago ones. I did hit on the Nigel Sylvester 4s, which
They're
was
nice.
a big cop.
Very red.
Very red, kind of orangey red.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't see myself wearing them that much. So I'm
What size are you?
9.
Oh. I'm a 10, but
I squeeze into
squeeze
them.
into them. I've done it before.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with them really. I don't know, because they're like as like almost like a piece of art. I love them, and like as a shoe, I love them. But like
The materials on them look gorgeous.
the materials are sick.
Obviously, you've got them in hand, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've not seen them in person, but the materials online look.
Should have brought them with me.
Next time.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
materials look gorgeous.
The materials are class. The storytelling was insane. Potentially sneaker of the year. A lot of people are
As a
saying.
contender.
Facts contender, bro. You know, it's a collaboration done really, really well. Like I can't argue with any of that. It's just like, in terms of like in my rotation, it's not the kind of colorway that I would necessarily reach for or be like, oh, this fit needs that. Do you know what I mean? Like a lot of
it's
my
a like
shoes.
wear once a month. And then put back in the box type shoe.
Yeah, exactly. It creases fucking fast as well. I did like an on-foot look, and it's like the crease. I'm like, fuck's sake.
Mad.
Yeah, and also the white laces, the red from the uppers bleed into the white laces, and I think they look better with white laces. So
I agree with you on the lace thing.
bit of an annoying one.
Peak.
But yeah, we'll see. I forgot what the question was that I was answering there.
I think we started with like
Underrated
brands, and then we got from that to sneakers of the year.
Yeah.
The most overrated sneaker in the culture right now.
Yeah,
Crazy.
Literally. But
Like rivers in it, conversations are.
yeah, absolutely, man.
Flowing.
This is what it's all about. The Nigel Sylvester 4s, bro. They're class shoe. Like I say, I just like in terms of like versatility and me going, I'll reach for them. Like I would never really normally reach for like an all red or an all burnt orange shoe. It's just not my style.
No.
So yeah, we'll see. We'll see about that. I wanted to also ask you a bit more about like your content and things like that. You're not on TikTok. Are you on TikTok?
I am on TikTok, but don't look. Please don't look at don't look at TikToks.
Okay. Just look at the Instagram.
Just look at Instagram. So my TikTok's been sort of like my like dumping ground for like random content that I've tried different things. Like I once did a getting drunk people to rate my outfit, where I went on a night out in an outfit and then recorded the whole thing, like vlogged it, and I go around like the clubs and smoking areas being like, oh, rate my outfit. And it ended up like on the way home, I ended up like finding some drunk guy playing his guitar, and he was homeless or something, but like we started like dancing, and I was like, play Wonderwall, and then we like vibe. He didn't play it, but he was like jamming out to like random guitar music.
I'm surprised he wasn't already playing.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking. I was like, bro, what are you playing at? Not Wonderwall. But yeah, so like that did. I mean, saying it did well is a bit of an overstatement, but I quite enjoyed that. There's just a lot to edit and a lot of housekeeping. So I feel like I try random shit on TikTok and then like it doesn't work and I don't do it. So like I want to start doing like regular daily fit checks on there, just like quick little natural ones.
Yeah.
But I've not really got the time to like edit and get ready with me, as well as all the other work I do as well.
I feel
so
that.
On the topic of AI, which we were talking about earlier, I might try and find the like AI editing software and see if I can like give it a video, say, turn this into a 30-second snappy get ready with me, and then have AI edit it, because I've seen ads for that sort of software. So I'll look into that. I'll let you know how it goes.
If you find it, that will save me fucking ages.
Me and you both, bro. Me and you both.
Please.
But yeah, so yeah, Instagram is my main thing. What's the question? I feel like we sidetracked again.
I was just saying. I was going to say like what's working right now on Instagram versus
TikTok.
Yeah. But then I kind of had to clarify at the beginning if you were on TikTok as much. So
yes,
like
no, sorry,
not.
You're right.
So like for you then on Instagram, what's like really working for you? Is there anything you've recently changed or noticed that's helping you boost your content or helping you reach new people, etc.?
To be fair, what's not working is not posting regularly.
Yeah.
Which is always the case.
Yeah.
But I'm at a point now where I'm focusing on like other stuff outside of my own personal page. I'm sort of focusing on more like I work for a like social media marketing company who Sam, a guy that I actually met him through you.
Yeah.
So thanks that I've got a new job, which is nice.
Fresh Face Marketing, shout
out to them. Shout out to them.
Big up.
I'm actually kind of wearing their colours today, actually. They're kind of navy.
Oh yeah.
Not on purpose.
Whatever you say.
Yeah, Sam's paying me to be here. He's not, unless
I'll be taking a cut.
yeah. But yeah, no, so I'm focusing more on that and on growing my like skills outside of social media. So I've realized that since not posting, my following and my reach and my everything has dropped a crazy amount. So it's always been the case, but actively posting and staying consistent and posting regularly is probably the single most important part. The analogy I give, right, is let's say like 1 in 20 or 1 in 30 reels you post goes viral. If you're posting every day, it'll take you, like 2 or 3 months to get a viral reel. But if you're posting once a week, it'll take you like half a year or a year to go viral, if not more.
Yeah.
So I think it's just about putting shit out there, seeing what sticks, seeing what doesn't, and eventually you'll get viral videos.
Yeah.
Because like, I've been through the whole process of posting every day. Like it was not this autumn just gone, but the one before that, from September to like February, I was posting pretty much every day non-stop. And that's when I had my most growth. I was getting like viral videos almost every other week. And it's just because I was posting so much that the algorithm had no chance but to make my videos do well. Obviously they were good videos, but I'm saying like you've got to keep going.
It doesn't always mean you'll go viral.
No, exactly. Like you can spend hours on a video and it can be perfect, but if it's just posted at the wrong time or if like it doesn't quite take off, then it doesn't. So you just keep at it, just keep posting, and that's I guess the best like advice I can give and what I found has worked best for me through my like growth journey.
Yeah, I completely agree, mate. I can't tell you the amount of times I've like spent fucking ages editing a video and been like spending time and like effort and took ages to make the video, whatever, posted it, it fucking bombs. And then like a fucking 25-second video that took me 10 minutes to film just like flies off.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
like,
nuts.
Sick. That's great. That's great. But yeah, no, for sure. I think what you said is right. And once you have a video that does well, is kind of finding a way to replicate that if you can.
For sure.
It's like kind of working out what your formula was, and then being like, right, how can I do this?
Doing it again, yeah.
Yeah. I think that's been really important. Like I did that with. You may have seen that the Timbaland, the Notorious B.I.G. Timbaland video. I did like a
Big Up Biggie.
Yeah, Big Up Biggie, man. I did a video where it's like the SpongeBob thing where it's like
those are
it's just an ordinary,
yeah. Sorry, I did that really badly. So you do it.
Because what? It's just an ordinary crabby. Like
there
that.
We go.
Like,
yeah.
I've literally.
I've got the voice of an angel.
You do, man. You do. I've literally like so that first one I posted is on like 3 million views.
3 million now.
Yeah,
that's
bro, on TikTok.
That's crazy.
On Instagram, it's 1.8 million.
That's mad.
Yeah, but
it's such a simple video, right? It's crazy.
Bro, it's like a like 6-second video. But then I made sure to get the black pair. I've done the same thing.
I've seen you do
it's
it.
heading in the right direction.
Has it done well as well?
It's getting there.
Class.
There.
Well deserved. I mean, you deserve the recognition.
Yeah, well, thanks, man. But yeah, so like, but even with like the on foot looks, like whatever, like I first kind of when I first started making content, whatever, the on foot looks, it kind of worked out what worked, and then just kept doing that with every shoe, and now I just have like a template that I follow, and it does work most of the time.
Before we move on, I feel like the whole TikTok versus Instagram question, which is what you asked me originally, you're better suited to answer that because you post on both, whereas I don't. So what would you say is the difference? What do you find works better on one compared to the other? Because I want to know that as well, because I'm trying to get into TikTok. So hit me.
Okay. The first thing I would say is that TikTok is less ruthless if you don't post every day.
Oh, really? It's good to know.
From my experience.
Okay.
The vibe I get is fucking different for everyone, but I found that Instagram is
it's fucking Wild West, isn't it?
bro, it's fucking nuts. Like it's a general rule of thumb, and that could be wrong as well. But Instagram I have to post on every day, otherwise like it just goes, nah, fuck you. TikTok though I post on every couple of days kind of thing. But yeah, again, the kind of, to be honest, a lot of the times I just post whatever I post on Instagram on TikTok. I started on TikTok before Instagram, to be fair.
Really?
Sorry, what did I say then? I started on TikTok before Instagram is what I meant to say.
Yeah.
Did I say that?
Is that what you said?
Or did I say the opposite?
Whatever you said, I knew that you meant what you meant. I don't know. Okay, I don't know if the beer's talking.
For clarity, I know. Yeah, okay. For clarity, I did start on TikTok before Instagram. So
TikTok first, Instagram second. For anyone that didn't gather that the fifth time round.
So I started on TikTok first, and then
I didn't know that. I thought you were Instagram main.
No,
I thought that's where you started.
No. It was like 6 months gap before I started the Instagram.
Mad.
Which is why the TikTok's so much further ahead than the...
Yeah, but TikTok is a lot further. But I know that growth on TikTok can be easier.
Yeah, no. To
Sorry,
be fair,
Mike.
I do agree. I do think going on TikTok is a lot easier. I feel like even engagement is easier on TikTok for the
People
most
just
part.
comment random shit.
People comment like all the time, like nut stuff.
I feel like TikTok really pushes your content to random people.
Yeah.
And they end up commenting. Whereas on Instagram, you have to get the algorithm to like you before it'll do that.
100%. I found that you've hit the nail on the head there. I've just got the algorithm to like me on Instagram now. So now a lot of my reels are like kind of not archival, but like all the reels are like getting like likes all the time now and stuff. TikTok's been doing that for time, but now Instagram's doing it as well. So you really have to graft with Instagram to get you in that position. Whereas
I do feel like on the kind of archival topic, I do feel like Instagram Reels have been given a longer shelf life recently. I think back in the day, you'd post something, and if it didn't do well within like a day or two, it would never get pushed again.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel like now, like, I do find myself getting likes and comments on like random posts from a while ago.
yeah, for sure. I've had the same thing. I put it down to the Instagram algorithm liking me now.
It could well be. It could well be.
But yeah, God knows, man. Who knows what that algorithm is doing?
Not even God knows, bro. Satan might know.
Yeah. Yeah, literally. I feel like Satan's the one behind all this algorithm nonsense.
He really is.
But hey, we're here to work it out. We're here to work it out together. So here's a question for you then. With your viral videos and your Instagram account doing so healthily, for you and Instagram specifically, how important is searchability in terms of like captions, hashtags, that kind of whole SEO?
Yeah, it's a good question. I feel like people say hashtags are dead. And to an extent they are, because I think back in the day when I first started, the trend was use 30 hashtags per post. And you had to, like, there's a whole science behind it. You had to like use like 10 like niche ones, 10 popular ones, and then 10 like random ones that, I don't know, it was weird. You had to like see how many like posts they had and how active they were. Whereas nowadays, I think you can post like between 5 and 7 hashtags. Not post, add.
Yeah.
What's the word to use here?
Caption
and hashtags? That seems wrong. Add hashtags? Use hashtags? Post hashtags?
Fucking
Type hashtags in the caption of my posts. 5 to 7 is how they put in. And I think they can be less specific.
Would you like
Hit me. Thank you for that.
You're very welcome.
Yeah, I think hashtags are still relevant, but not as much as they used to be. I think especially on TikTok, SEO is important. That stands for search engine optimization for anyone that doesn't know. Marketing, there we go. Fresh-faced marketing, that's what I've been learning. But yeah, so basically all that means is the algorithm will read what's written in the caption or in the video itself, and then if you search something on TikTok or on Instagram that's related to what's in the caption, it'll show it. So I think that's becoming more important. I found out, like, I didn't find out, but recently I found that on TikTok, if you search something in the search, it'll come up with more relevant content. Whereas on Instagram, if you search something, it struggles more with SEO. So I think it's important, but I don't think it's at its peak yet. I think Instagram is still bad.
Yeah.
Whereas on TikTok, I can use it almost like a Google search. It'll bring me exactly what I want.
100%.
So I think we're yet to reach SEO's peak, but I think because of that, especially for Instagram, it's important to keep doing it and putting in keywords, using the right words either in the video or in the caption. And also that everyone wants to be found, right? So I think definitely keep using it. Don't give up on hashtags. Don't go up on SEO.
Yeah.
Get yourself out there, you know?
Yeah, 100%, man. I on the topic of like the SEO stuff, a lot of my TikTok traffic is from search. Like I look
really? How much?
On a lot of my videos, it's like 80%.
That's fucking nuts.
Yeah, so
that's good to hear.
Because, like you say, people search for stuff on TikTok because it brings up stuff that's relevant. You search for it on Instagram, it'll just show you the most popular post, even if it's not really relevant.
Yeah, exactly.
It'll show you like something with like 10 million views that's like loosely based on what you're searching for. Whereas on TikTok, if you say I'm looking for this, so I'm kind of giving away a lot of free stuff here, but like take it, and that's what we're here for.
Real value,
bruv. So I do a lot of on-foot looks, for like new sneakers and like footwear, whatever, and a lot of the time, the reason it does well is because people are thinking about buying these shoes and they're going, how do they look on feet? So I post a video saying the Nike whatever on feet, and then I talk about the shoe, and then in the caption I'm like, doing hashtags based around it. But people are searching this shoe on feet, and my video comes up, and I know
because you have it on your feet.
Exactly. exactly. But TikTok pushes that so much because if you're looking for a new pair of shoes and you've seen a shoe you like online, you want to see what it looks like on foot.
For
right?
sure, yeah. Like it's the most important part, right? Like,
and it's almost like a gap in the market. I don't know if I should be telling you this really, but when I started doing that, obviously like my views went up loads because people are just looking for it. I do get like, don't get me wrong, like a lot of my videos are like from the For You page or whatever as well on TikTok, but a lot of it is from search, bro.
Can I just stop you for a second and say that the fact that people wearing shoes on their feet is a gap in the market is fucking nuts.
No,
that's like saying t-shirts on someone is a gap in the market. Like, how have we come to this point in sneaker culture? It's so funny. It's nuts.
I couldn't tell you, bro.
And I'm not complaining. Like, well done for finding that. But like you said that, and I was like, how is that a gap in the market? It's their sole purpose. No pun intended.
Very good, very good. Yeah, like that a lot. No, I just feel like not everyone is doing specifically on-foot looks, and if they are, they're not the best, you know? And
you've nailed your aesthetic and the angles where you get it. Like, you found your like groove, and it really works.
It was trialed and tested. I found what worked. I replicated it, refined it, whatever. And then now, whenever like a new shoe releases, I'll do my best to get it. If I get it, do an on-foot look, and then whoever's looking to buy that shoe will search on-foot for this shoe. Excuse me. And my video will come up. I've had people like... do you know who Culture Force is on TikTok? He's on Instagram as well.
Should I?
He's kind of like a younger dude. He does like a lot of like announcements around sneakers and stuff. Big in the sneaker scene kind of thing. He's got like over 1 million followers and stuff. Like,
I think I should know them, but I think I do.
Yeah. I met him at Kicks and Coffees, and he was a lovely kid. He was a really good guy, and he like stopped and chatted with me and stuff. So like shout out him. Also, while I'm on the topic, shout out John Suave, big up my man. He's smashing it on TikTok as well. But yeah, and he uses my on-foot looks in his videos, and he's got like
oh really
millions of views, bro, on these videos.
He uses your videos.
So I comment like, oh, thanks for using my video, man.
Did he credit you in it and stuff?
No, but that's all right.
What do you mean no?
No, it's okay. Like he uses loads of videos in it, so I get it. He could be there all day.
He's
I did it for like a second. Do you get me?
Is it on YouTube? He does it on TikTok.
TikTok. But like, so he's obviously gone trying to find this shoe, like,
and he's found yours and liked them.
Mine's the top one.
That's a big credit. That's a big credit
yeah.
too.
So I'm just happy to be there.
Well
and if I can comment on that, then going, oh, nice one for using my video.
And then they'll see you in there.
His viewers are seeing my stuff. So it's not the end of the world, bro. It's like I don't mind. And like I say, he'd be there all day if he was doing it.
No, yeah, that's fair. I mean, it's publicity in it. Like,
yeah, for sure. Like if it was just my video that he posted and he was talking about it, whatever, then I'd be like, yeah, fucking credit me. But like,
if you're in, for a second,
I'm just like, oh, thanks.
It's good credit. Nice to pat on the back for you, innit?
100%, bro. Yeah, but I guess my point is like on the whole, like searchability thing, it shows that people search for this shoe on foot on TikTok. I've kind of got it down to a fine art now, where like my video will come up.
Yeah. You know more about this than me, then. You know a lot more than me.
Well, on TikTok, maybe.
On TikTok, yeah. But, well, I mean, in general, I feel like you've like found a way to make SEO work for you, because I've yet to do that. I just put random words in the caption, hoping it works, and some of it does.
Don't get me wrong. There's a fair bit of that as well.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah. But I feel like you found it and you've like studied it and you've made it work for you, which is great. So I guess that's what the audience will find useful. Yeah,
for sure. I hope so. Cool. So before we kind of
what is the time?
The time is just gone 5:02.
Okay, wow,
yeah.
quick.
So
time flies when you're having fun,
flies when you're having fun, my man. That is the problem. We'll go back to the special question we had at the beginning.
Oh yeah, forgot about that.
Expanding on the one word that you gave earlier, which I believe was ignorance.
It was ignorance.
So if you want to expand on that and why that was, I forget what the fucking question
think it was. Why was it a key to your success?
What was the key to your success? And you said ignorance.
I said ignorance.
You did.
So.
Good luck.
Yeah, no.
Go on.
So I'd never been to uni. I've never done anything like that. I didn't even study like anything creative. Well, I studied art in college, but I didn't really study anything creative in college as such. So my entire fashion, content creation, photography, videography journey has just been. Can I say self-discovery, or is that too like deep for me to say?
Mate, no.
Self-taught might be a better word to use.
Yeah. But I think self-discovery works.
Yeah,
well,
like
though.
it's like I have no background in any of this. Like I'm colorblind as well. Like, I shouldn't be doing what I do. I can't fucking tell what colour stuff is. Mine's not too bad, to be fair. Like, people are a lot worse off than me, so I'm lucky that mine's quite mild. But what I'm trying to say is, like, I'm not a creative person. Like, we've established I can't sing, I'm colourblind, like, I'm tone deaf. I have no creative skills, but I think because of that, I'm very inquisitive.
I just want to say I disagree. I think you've got a lot of creative skills, and I think you are a creative person. But finish your point. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
I agree with you partly, and I'm very grateful for you saying that, and I also appreciate that. And, like, I guess what I'm trying to say is I've taught myself the creativity that I have.
Yes.
And I think because I'm ignorant, I'm very inquisitive. It means anything that I see that I'm interested in, I'll ask a billion questions. I remember, like, one of my first jobs in retail, the, like, first day, I asked so many questions that my boss said, right, you can't ask me no questions. Because I asked so many questions because I was so intrigued. And I think I've learnt so much through doing that. So I think just being inquisitive, like, if you don't understand something, ask about it. Because I've picked up so much from friends, from family, from peers, from people in the industry, by not knowing what they're talking about at first. And I think, like, I'm lucky now to work with Fresh Ways Marketing, and they're teaching me a lot about cameras and videography, and I'm learning skills now that I never had. But I think if it weren't for the basis or the foundation, I guess, or lack thereof that I had before, I wouldn't have gotten to the point I'm at now.
Yeah. That's a fantastic answer, mate. I relate a lot to what you said, and in many ways it feels like there's been a mirror held up to me because...
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've got no formal training in anything like, creative or anything like that. I don't play any instruments. I can't sing. Nothing like that at all. But, like, kind of find this passion, and, like, I've developed my skills as a content creator through it. Like, before I had no training in, like, I still have no training in, but I've kind of found it. I ask questions all the time on stuff I'm interested in. The exact same thing happened in my first job in the company I currently work for. I got the piss taken out of me because I asked so many questions about it. So I completely get where you're coming from, bro. But yeah, but that's kind of what I mean as well. Like, I do think you're a creative person. I think that the content, you're a content creator. Do you get me?
It's true. It's in the name.
It is in the name, and I do think that the content you create is fantastic and speaks volumes. For the skill set that you have, and you're kind of getting the hard skills now through Fresh Faced. That's a fucking tongue twister. Which is great to see, man. And I'm pleased that you're doing it, and I think you've got, like, an exciting career ahead of you, to be honest with you, bro.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. It means a lot.
Yeah, man. Honestly, I'm just being honest, to be honest with you, bro. But yeah, I think that's a great way to close things off.
I reckon so.
We've hit our time, so thank you so much for joining me, man. It's been great chatting with you, to be honest. I think...
For sure. Thanks for inviting me. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah. It's been
very honoured to be part of the first podcast.
Yeah.
Hopefully there'll be many more.
Well, if you want this to be a series, please do let me know. Hit me up in the comments. And yeah, let me know, because hopefully we provided some value for you and given you a bit of a laugh at the same time, maybe. We've had a laugh anyway.
That's the main thing, right?
Excuse me. Yeah, that's the main fucking thing, bro. So yeah... like, follow, subscribe, I guess. Don't know where this is going, so we'll see.
Wherever it goes, do whatever you...
Yeah,
what else?
Click the button, like... Do you know what I mean?
The bell, I don't know if it's got on YouTube. Probably not, is it?
I'll check it on YouTube.
Click the bell, go on.
I got some shorts now, so we'll see. But yeah, cheers, brother. Thank you very much.
Cheers.
And we'll speak to you soon.
Take care, see you soon. Bye.